You probably noticed there are some people who just stick in your mind. You meet them once and days later, you're still thinking about them. You want to know more. You want to be around them. You want their attention. This isn't luck. This is skill. And today, I'm going to give you 9 powerful tricks to make people completely obsessed with you. Not in a creepy way, not in a fake way, but in a way that makes you magnetic, where people naturally gravitate toward you and can't stop thinking about you. Let's begin. 1. Control your energy. Most people don't even think about the energy they give off. They walk into a room and just spill everything. They're overly loud, overly excited, or worse, completely dull. The people you remember, they control their energy like it's a precious resource. Here's the trick. Don't match everyone's energy instantly. Instead, keep your steady, calm, and grounded while letting it rise in certain moments. Why? Because humans are wired to notice shifts. If you're always on, people stop noticing. But if you have a calm presence and then suddenly light up for a story, a joke, or a deep point, people lock in. It's like music. If there's no pause or change in rhythm, it just becomes noise. But when there's a sudden shift, people listen. Think of James Bond walking into a room, quiet, unshaken, and then delivering a sharp, witty line. That contrast is addictive. 2. Speak less, mean more. Here's the reality. The more you talk, the more you give away. The more you give away, the less valuable each word becomes. Think about the most charismatic people you've met. They don't ramble. They choose their words like a chef chooses ingredients. Carefully, deliberately. When you speak less, a few things happen. People lean in to hear you. They remember what you say. They start wondering what's going on in your head. Imagine meeting someone who barely says much, but when they do, it hits. You'll replay that moment in your head because it felt rare. The mystery in your silence can sometimes speak louder than 1,000 words. 3. Eye contact that lingers. Eye contact is one of the fastest ways to make someone feel connected to you or intimidated by you. The trick here is balance. Too much eye contact, and it feels creepy. Too little, and you look insecure. Here's the move. When someone is speaking, hold their gaze just a fraction longer than normal, then glance away slowly. This does 2 things. It makes them feel like you're truly locked in. It adds a subtle hint of tension, the good kind. For example, in movies, notice how the most intense scenes aren't always loud. Sometimes it's just 2 characters looking at each other for an extra beat. That's where the power is. 4. The signature style. People remember patterns. If you wear something unique often enough, it becomes your trademark. Maybe it's a certain jacket, a certain hairstyle, a certain piece of jewelry. When you have a signature style, people associate with you instantly. It also makes you stand out in their mind, even when you're not around. Think of it like branding yourself. The same way brands have a logo, you have a look that triggers recognition. Example? If someone always wears a leather jacket, people start associating that jacket with confidence, mystery, or coolness. And every time they see someone else wearing it, they think of you. Steve Jobs had the black turtleneck. Johnny Depp has his layered accessories. Your signature can be subtle, but it sticks. 5. Make them feel seen. You want people obsessed with you? Make them feel like they matter more around you than they do with anyone else. Remember the little things they tell you. The coffee they like. The city they want to visit. The song they said they loved. Then, bring it up later. It's such a small action, but it sends a huge message. I was paying attention. And here's the truth. Most people don't get that kind of attention. When someone does remember the details, it feels rare. And rarity creates value. Even a quick, "How was that trip you mentioned?" can light someone up. 6. Create scarcity. If you're always available, you're easy to take for granted. Scarcity makes value rise in money, in art, and in people. If you're always there, always replying, always free, people get used to it. And the second they get used to it, they stop valuing it. Instead, Be around less than they want you to be. Be the person they look forward to seeing, because they don't get to see you every second. Think of your presence like a luxury item. It's not on the shelf every day. People have to wait for it. Absence makes them think of you more, not less. 7. Always leave on a high note. Here's a secret. It's not the length of an interaction that matters. It's the ending. If you leave when the energy is high, people will crave the next time. If you stick around until things get dull, they'll just remember the dullness. So end conversations when they're still fun. Leave the party when people are still happy to see you. It's the same reason TV shows end episodes on cliffhangers. They want you coming back. And that's exactly what you want, too. Think of it as leaving people hungry for your presence. 8. The mysterious backstory. Curiosity is the root of obsession. Don't lay your whole life story on the table the first time you meet someone. Give them small pieces, like a puzzle they have to put together over time. You don't have to be fake. You just have to be selective. Maybe they find out you play an instrument, but you don't mention you've been doing it for 10 years until months later. Maybe they know you travel, but not that you've been to over 20 countries. Every time you reveal something new, it feels like a reward, and people get addicted to rewards. The less they know, the more they want to know. 9. Level up constantly. Here's the biggest one. Be someone worth obsessing over. If you stay the same person month after month, there's no story. People love following a story. They love seeing growth. So work on yourself, physically, mentally, socially. Show up better every time they see you. Better skin, sharper outfits, more confidence, better energy. When people notice you're constantly evolving, they'll want to stick around just to see what you'll become next. It's the same reason people binge watch shows or follow influencers. They're hooked on the transformation. The final word. These 9 tricks aren't about manipulating people. They're about creating a version of yourself that's worth remembering, worth thinking about, worth talking about. Because here's the truth. Obsession doesn't happen when you chase people. It happens when you make them chase you. And once you master these 9, you'll notice something. People won't just like you. They won't just respect you. They'll be drawn to you again and again, and they won't even know why.